Okay, so each week there's going to be a lesson, and this week really focuses on FFA and what FFA is and what it does for students. So there's 3 total parts of the agriculture program, and you are in one of them. The first one is instruction, okay, and that's classroom or laboratory instruction, or both. There's also supervised agricultural experience, which we'll talk about a couple lessons later on, and then FFA, which is really what we're focusing on today. So the National FFA organization, it's a federally chartered organization for students that are interested in agriculture. And the federal charter basically just means that any school that teaches agriculture also has to have an FFA chapter. Students from all 50 states can participate. Also, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands are included in that. It's a very large organization. It is the largest youth organization in the world. There's several different levels of the FFA in North Carolina. The first level is your local chapter, which for us would be Clayton High School. Several chapters make up what's called a federation, and our federation is Johnston County. Every single high school in Johnston County has an FFA chapter, except FFS. Several federations make up a region, and for us, our region is the East Central region. All the regions in North Carolina then make up the North Carolina FFA Association. And then, of course, there's the National FFA Association, which covers all 50 states, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. So there are several different traditions and ceremonies that we are going to talk about. The first one is the FFA mission statement. And the FFA mission statement is FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. All a mission statement is basically just saying what the purpose of the organization is. The FFA motto is learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve. Our official FFA colors are national blue and corn gold. Don't call it blue, don't call it gold, it is national blue and corn gold. The national part of the national blue really indicates the pride that we take in being a national organization, and the corn part of corn gold really emphasizes unity. Corn is a symbol of unity that you'll find throughout the FFA. All 50 states grow corn, which is why we use that as such a huge symbol. FFA official dress, if you've seen our students wandering around in this, it is quite possible. They were in official dress for 8th grade night and 8th grade day. It is a white collared shirt, an FFA jacket that's zipped up to the top, black pants or a black skirt, of appropriate length, of course. If a student chooses to wear the black skirt, they have to wear black pantyhose with it, black shoes, and then either an FFA tie or a scarf. And when a student orders the FFA jacket, we also order them a tie or a scarf, and that's how we get all of that. Opening and closing ceremony, so these are rituals that emphasize the beliefs of the FFA and explain the meanings of the emblems where officers are stationed. So if you watch the officers video, you'll find that each officer has a specific emblem that they are stationed by. And the opening and closing ceremony explains the meanings of those emblems. The link that is down there I will also post to this lesson so that if you would like to watch it, you are more than welcome. That is an example of a chapter performing opening and closing ceremony. We don't do this for every FFA meeting at Clayton. The main reason is because it takes a while, and when you're trying to conduct a meeting during comment time, every minute counts. Another one that we want to talk about is the FFA Creed. It was written by Earl Milton Tiffany. It is 5 paragraphs long. It was adopted at the 3rd National Convention, and it was revised at the 38th and the 63rd National Conventions. And I will also include that YouTube link on the lesson as well, so you can watch that. That link is actually a student that won the Creed speaking contest several years ago. FFA membership. So there's several different degrees of membership. The first one is the Discovery FFA degree that is only open to middle schoolers. The first FFA degree that you can receive in high school is the Green Hand degree. That's for first-year members only. The Chapter FFA degree is for second-year members. The Comet FFA degree is one that is special to Clayton High School. We reward both our juniors and our seniors for sticking with it for 3 and 4 years. So we award them the Comet FFA degree in their 3rd year of membership. We also award a senior FFA degree for seniors that have been involved in FFA for all 4 years. The state FFA degree, this is a degree that can be difficult to get. It is a degree that requires an application process, a certain amount of time and money put into the supervised agricultural experience, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, and community service hours and fundraising and certain offices held and different events attended, so it can be quite involved. The American FFA degree is the state FFA degree, except bigger and better. It is the most difficult degree to achieve, and it is even more detailed application, even more community service hours, even more time and effort and money spent on the SAE. Different leadership opportunities. So the program of activities is a plan that basically directs chapter activities for the entire year. So the chapter officers will get together and they will set goals, such as we want to do 2 fundraising events for every semester, something like that. What the POA does is it allows them to not only set those goals, but also help develop plans to reach them. So it'll say, okay, we want to do 2 different fundraising events this semester, and the treasurer is going to be in charge of one of them, and the sentinel will be in charge of another one. And we might have a fundraising committee that will help coordinate those events. Committees are then appointed to look at different areas of the POA, such as a fundraising committee or a community service committee. And then the POA is then voted on by the total membership to make sure that every member wants to follow through on this. Career development events, or CDEs, you'll find we have a lot of acronyms in agricultural education, and CDE is one of them. Career development events are competitive events that are designed to build different career skills of FFA members. There's 2 different types. There's individual or there's team competitions, and each competition focuses on a particular career or another and the skills that you need to follow through that career. For example, there are different speaking events, and these help develop communication skills. The main one that is a team CDE is parliamentary procedure, and this is basically a CDE that is all about learning how to participate in a business meeting. So at Clayton High School, in theory, when we hold an FFA meeting, we would use parliamentary procedure. We don't really do that, mainly because it takes too much time. But parliamentary procedure, the CDE, focuses on that procedure and how to conduct a business meeting appropriately. Prepared public speaking is an individual event, and this is where a student will develop and deliver a speech on an agricultural topic of their choice. And that speech is then presented to the judges beforehand and then, of course, presented to them in person. So the judges will receive a copy of the speech ahead of time so they can look over it, and then the student will actually go in and deliver their speech to the judges, and that's how they're judged. Skill events help develop knowledge and build communication skills. So the main one that I want to talk about here is livestock evaluation. And livestock evaluation, or livestock judging, basically you go in and you look at a group of animals and you judge them. And you can judge them based on market or breeding purpose, and that's specified. And you'll determine which animals are best suited for the purposes that they have been allocated for based on their physical characteristics. So if you're looking at a meat animal, you want to make sure that they are well muscled, that they have an appropriate amount of fat covering their body. If you're looking for a breeding animal, you want to make sure that, especially in females, they have very wide hips, which will assist in ease of birth. And you also want to make sure that they have adequate body capacity to carry a baby. Poultry evaluation evaluates your knowledge of different steps of production, processing, and marketing of poultry and their different products. You would judge live birds, you would judge carcasses, you identify different parts of a chicken carcass, like a tenderloin or a breast, and then you also judge eggs, which is kind of cool. Farm business management, this is actually where a student will develop a business plan and go and deliver that plan to a judge. These are some pictures of some of our past CDE teams. This was our Quiz Bowl team several years ago. This is our Vet Science team from 2016. Our Vet Science team from 2015. And this is a whole list of CDEs that we compete in. Basically, we would compete in anything that a student has interest in. These are all ones that we've done in the past, but we also are looking to add to this list. So if you are interested in something different, let us know, and we will make it happen. And with that, we will stop here. The FFA officers will be on a separate video.